welcome to another week of Workshop Wednesdays. As you can see on the top right, we've got Fauxsoup. He is champ 1 to 3, and he's doing a 2v2 match. We're going to dive right into these. We got to do these quick. We leave out to RLCS tomorrow morning at like 4 a.m., so we're not going to be staying up too late today or doing too many of these, so appreciate you guys being here. Let's get right into it. So far, so good. Plenty of space. Shot coming on target, not a big deal. On here, make sure you go for the boost and eye. So, when you're in this circumstance, you either want to go for the demo, ball, or boost. You have 1 of 3 options. He's going to hit it in stride because he's closer to the ball, coming this way rather than you are this way. So when it's coming through, it becomes pretty apparent that he's going to get to the ball first, and you can't hit him. Cut him off and take his boost. Just try to avoid getting demoed, but if you deny his 100 boost, it puts him in a really rough position. He used all of his boost to get to the ball, so you're trying to boost deny him for your teammate. So go for the boost instead. Don't challenge that, you're too far away. Fake challenges. So as soon as that ball's here, you should know the distance between the two of you is far too great. He's going to beat you to it every single time. So you can either fake challenge this, or you can just stay more patient, because your teammate is up as well. You got to be careful. He still needs to get back. So don't go for this. Yeah. Not surprised by that one. Kickoffs are a little sloppy. Good win. Straight to the ball as well. No boost pads on the way over. Every time you're rotating, try to make sure you're collecting boost pads on the way. It's going to allow you to sustain that boost as well as stay in the play if you need to. You've got to come wide on this anyway. Your whole purpose is to contain the ball. You want to make sure that the ball stays between these two hashes. So by going this way, no matter what, you're pinching it back. What you don't want to do, you want to find a way to force it back towards their net. So you want to rotate a little bit wider here and cut off this angle from the wall. So you want to come wide a little bit anyway and go and take these. That way your teammate behind you can then sit in this area, wait for a shot, or if this guy gets the ball, he can clear it back in, because this guy's going to be rotating in to support it. Yeah, no boost pickups anywhere here. What's up, Arch? How you doing? Crazy pinch. Teammate misses. See how you play this. Nobody on you. Good. Soft touch. Teammate should have had that. He was in a bad spot, though. So, this whole way down, you cut inside, decisive, use boost, it's perfect. And then here, this challenge, normally what you do in moments like this when you're moving across is you're just trying to bait it, so you hit it, and it kills it right in front of the net for your teammate who swoops in and takes a shot. But because of his angle, he's so far away from it that you need to make sure you hit this, which you do. So, ends up pitching across. You get another touch, you did your purpose. You rotate out and get boost, nothing wrong with that. Your near post. So there's 2 ways that you can handle this. His positioning is actually pretty solid right now. Based upon the way that this guy is dribbling, he is trying to bring it across and give it a shot to this guy, or play it far post over here. By being near post, this angle is pretty much is not going to happen no matter what. So it actually makes it easier to challenge as well as cover the far side. The other option is, instead of coming in like this, and in most cases the guy with more control on these, is stay at the other post. You want to stay at this post, and then you have all of this room to kind of react and survey what's going on. He hits it really poorly. Unfortunately, you need to get that out. As soon as that happens, the only thing you have to worry about is him dunking you here, but if you approach this a little bit slower and meet the ball here, you can bounce and dribble it downfield. It's going to lead to an immediate counterattack, and then you have 2 versus 1. because this guy's going to be out of the play and have to rotate, and then he's going to be caught off guard too. That touch hits the top instead of it hitting the nose. If you would hit the nose, you could have cleared it out, or you could have just played it around and gone wall. But because it hits the top and bounces this way, he's able to recover and come back in and run interference. This whole scenario was kind of weird. So you move across. You look like you want to go for it. That ball's already popped off. There's no point even going for the wall here. You should have just easily went and rotated towards your boost in your corner. So instead of going up wall, you're not, like, there's no way you're going to go for that. Because even if you do jump off and hit this, at best it's going to go center, which works for the other team. So just back off. Go to your corner. If you're not looking at the boost there, you can probably get this. You have 58 boost anyway. Because you missed the boost here, your sole purpose is to see the shot coming in, and you rotating for boost is really, really scary. Ideally, what you do is you turn on this and you boom it downfield. Your teammate comes and takes the boost. Now you have a 2-on-1 again. 58 boost should be more than plenty. But now this boost is on 10-second timer till 3:30, and if they manage to keep this in, you're denying yourself pretty heavily, actually. They clear it for you. Too much space is being given on that first one. Yucky, he's bad. This ball comes in. Your teammate turns in. It's his challenge. The whole purpose of your teammate challenging this is so you can be in a position to follow it up. That's it. So with him coming in, you need to be in pursuit, ready to help him. 41 boost is more than plenty as well. So when he comes in like this and throws this, you need to be in a position to make sure that you can put it around, you can put a shot on target, something that you can do, because this whole thing that he's creating here is for you. You back off, a little bit more passive. It's pretty common in ranked, especially twos, to play a little bit more passive. The difficulty is you give him a bunch of space. This should be a goal. This is the whole purpose of me telling you about counterattacking quickly and getting a 2v1. So, with him throwing this the way, right? You now have a scenario where this player is able to dribble it downfield unhindered. If this player is going to move wide for a pass, he can either pass it or shoot it on you. So you keep going. You slow down your pace a little bit, which is good. You need to close that gap. And essentially, you're trying to move the same way he moves. So if he goes like this, you do the same thing. If he goes like this, you do the same thing. And you keep mimicking that pattern until he gets to the point where he's close enough that you can challenge. Never make sure, though, if you challenge backwards, never do it directly backwards, because any cut will make you whiff. So make sure that you side roll diagonally when you do it. Fully turning around like that kills your momentum. You need to be careful. You should stay at an angle. You should go like this and then challenge that way. You never want to completely turn because your momentum here is killed. You're staying stationary in your spot, which allows him to easily move it past with all the space that's being given. Which he does. His shot's just really bad and his teammate wasn't there for a pass. That should have been a goal. You rotate behind your teammate. It's good. Could be a goal if you read it. Yep. There you go. Your jump on that shot was actually bad, but you backflip it, which kills the momentum of the ball, so it ends up going in. Intentional or not, I don't know, but worked out. Tie it back up. Good pumps. Putting power into it from that top side. You do a good job of not waiting to flick it there. Still too far away. This player's trying to create an opportunity. You have 80 boost. Stay right here. You're fine. Like, just stay here. If you're just hovering back and forth here, you're going to be the first to the ball if your teammate gets something out of it. Pinches it in. You're still way too far back. Way too far back this whole time. And you get beat for it. You're giving him way too much space to make a decision. This whole time, like, you should be at least here, ready to help. Somewhere in this area is where you should be. And you can be going back and forth like you are, that's fine, but the whole point of him is creating this opportunity for you to score. Like, there is no one on this field other than you two. Should be a goal. So that goes out. With all this space, I have no idea why you're turning back. You need to turn in to support it. Keep the pressure. You just created so much. Now, with your teammate going wide for boost, that's a little bit dangerous. You're trying to buy as much time as possible. But all this space you're giving him is just leading him to a flick. Also, make sure you jump. Don't jump sideways. Jump up. With a flick, try to get as high as possible. You want a quick aerial almost. Jump. You could probably just jump twice and make sure that your nose is angled at least like this. And you'll block like 90% of these. So when you challenge, just get there as quickly as possible. So if you move in and then go like this, it's hard to kind of show, but if you're moving up, I can't do it on a keyboard, but you get the idea. You want to come in, jump while using boost, and you'll get high enough to be able to stop it. So if you come in about this height, that ball goes like right through me. So this little weird side thing you do, I don't think is helpful. It's too slow. That should be a goal for you guys if he goes for the demo there. You definitely play really passive. I assume you aren't partied up with this guy. That again is just recognizing if you're going to get beat to the ball or not. It's like, here's the benefit of you being closer. That's dangerous. So, when I talk about you following closer, like, this is good spacing, man. Before, you'd be, like, another, like, 5 car lengths that way. But by being this close, you're able to get to it first. That's the whole point of it. If you're gonna support somebody, actually support them. Also, with that touch, you're just popping it. You're not following it in any way. If you're gonna pop it like that, you need to make sure you drift turn to go for it first. Otherwise, just put a hit on so it's not easily read. Luckily, they double commit. Downfall is you hit it and clear it the other way. Someone needs to go for that. You are so lucky. Oh my god.
Lawler, shut up.
1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. So roughly 3 seconds that you have to read that ball. Not going for it allows for a free shot. Luckily, positioning wise, you're able to make a save. It was clutch. A little close for comfort though. Teammate went for the bump instead of the ball. Should be a goal for them. Yep. I don't know what your teammate was doing here. When this develops, I think he wants a bump. Yeah. See you later, Sark. Delayed kickoff. Let's see what you do with it. Too far. If you're going to do this, try to get underneath it. Swoop in a little bit more and come in from up here. It's going to hit and roll. It'll land shorter that way. By hitting it this way, you're pushing it, and it's going to go further. Your teammate is committing super hard on a lot of these. I understand your reasoning for playing passive. So this is his ball, but you decide to keep going. As long as you commit, he should recognize that you are going for the ball. You actually have a better path. The ball is going to go this way. If you just boost and take these and go with, That's going to allow him to go get boost and stuff because clearly he's pretty low. So, commit to it. You feather your boost a bunch for no reason. Just commit. Boom that. Good. Make sure you jump into it. You jump with the bounce, but you don't air roll into it or dodge into it, so it hits it pretty light. If you hit this harder, it'll hit corner and go mid. Good, much better. Good. Almost let it get away from you, but it's good. Back on target. Nothing difficult. He actually bumped you into that. It looked like you were going for it anyway, but he gave you that little extra oomph. So on this lineup, your teammate turns back in. This is actually really dangerous. The fact that your teammate's turning back in on this is bad. Your teammate's a little ball chaser at times. So I understand your passiveness throughout the game. You just have to learn to adjust to it. If he's turning in on that, just make sure you back out. You guys get very lucky that the guy behind you bumps in and ends up giving you a goal. But if you're going to commit, you better commit. Because half-assing it's going to lead to you guys getting counterattacked and both of you being out of position. If you're going to beat someone to the ball, go for it. That should be a goal. Should have been a goal. See what your teammate does. Shot misses. On these, all you got to do is pop it. Don't feel like you have to force this. All you're trying to do is draw him out. So you've got one in net. Ball's going to bounce out and come here. You have another one coming across and challenging. If you get around it, so if the ball ends up here, if you get around it and just barely have it tap your car on the side, it'll pop it, hit here really light, come back down. Gives you a free opportunity. Because the other guy's backwards. He's in a terrible spot. So if you don't jump into this, either you hit this hard, you get here and you put it here, or you barely tap it, it goes backboard, comes back down, and you shoot it. So make sure you get around it a little bit wider. Should have had a goal there too. We got OT. Oh. Ouch. Okay. So, a couple things here. Kickoff goes bad. You jump into it. Jumping into it is making you commit to a touch, and it's removing control from the ball. So, ball comes across. You have so much boost to use, and you just don't. And it irritates me every time. It's very decisive. Or indecisive. So when that ball comes across here, you've got one on your back who's flipping, so his control to chase and demo is gone. But if you just slow it down, or if you just boost to the ball and touch it first, you don't have to jump into it to push it away from him. Because by pushing it away, you're throwing that possession back away from you, which is allowing that player to then put that shot on target that forces you guys to lose. So if you just use that boost to get to the ball first, you can hit it, and it'll slowly roll up the wall. You then take this boost to go up and beat it, and then play it downfield. But instead, like, you just watch, and then you jump to hit it for whatever reason. You get the boost, and then you should realize that the guy's already on the wall, too, right? So you hit this away from him, that's fine. You get the boost. You should see that there's somebody on that wall going to beat you, and your first reaction should immediately be to back off and go back towards net. Moving up there is just putting you out of position. Doesn't help you in any way. Teammate whiffs. You see that it's going in, possibly. You should read. This is just a game sense thing. I don't think you know that the trajectory of this is not going in. It's close, but I understand your hurry for it. And then your challenge is just poor, right? Like your challenge, even if you do hit this ball, look where you hit on the wall. Even if the ball is there, it's already in. Like, your challenge should have hit here. You jump across and hit here. Like, you're too far into the net either way on your hit. When you're coming across, you need to make sure that you're hitting the corner. Because if you hit here, then that ball pinches out. Because even though you're there late, at least you connect with the ball if you do it that way. And then it pinches. And then they get a goal for it. So, just a mistake on the end. Just got to make sure you connect with it. It happens a lot, though. You know, you guys are down. It's in front of your net. There's a lot of panic ensuing. So, and then your teammate ball chased quite a bit. And his positioning was pretty rough. So, it happens. It happens. But overall, your kickoffs are kind of weird. You can easily clean those up. You, like, boost, jump sideways, stop boosting, and then you diagonal jump. If you're going to do it, you need to do it as one fluid motion. Boost all the way through. That's how you get to the ball quicker. The whole point of a diagonal jump is to make sure that your boost is always pointing behind you. But I recommend cleaning up your kickoff. There's a bunch of tutorials on them that you can go and check out. I understand the passiveness because your teammate does double commit and ball chase quite a bit. He double backs on things. But if you're going to support him, you need to make sure you actually support him and be a little bit closer, because by being too far back, you're just leaving yourself susceptible to getting flicked on.